Okay, so for exercise 3B, question 3. So the very first thing that I must know is to find the interval where fx is increasing or decreasing. To do this question, I must draw sign diagram for y equal to f prime x. Okay, so that is what you must do. Okay, so how to do manually and how to do it with your graphic calculator, I will do it separately. Okay, so let's do for K. You are given fx is equal to x minus 2x to the power half. So I want to draw the f prime x sign diagram. First, I must get the f prime x function first. Okay? So I must get the f prime x function. So f prime x, rate of change of fx, rate of change of x is 1. Rate of change of 2x to the power of half will be, follow the formula, bring down the power, take away 1. So this will be simplified as 1 minus 1 over root 2, a root x. Okay, so to draw any sign diagram, what must we do? We must let the function equal to 0, correct? Find the x-intercept of that function first. So I equate this equal to 0. So that means 1 equal to 1 over square root of x. So my square root of x will be equal to 1. So x equal to 1 squared. So equal to 1. So I start to draw the sign diagram for f prime x. So in this case, I told you already, any sign diagram that you want to draw, the domain is very important. So this one start from 0 onward. Do I need to explain why is more than 0? Do I need to explain this? No need, because square root. Whatever in the square root must be greater than 0. So the 1 is here. Am I right? So if I want to know whether the sign will be positive or negative, we always do this by the help of the graphic calculator, because we have our graphic calculator. So from your GC, you got your what? Y1, which is x minus 2 root x. Yeah. And your Y2 supposed to be this. I hope everyone know how to do this. Am I right? So you got all this. So you want to know the sign for region A, for region B. So what do? For region A, you call out your Y2. Everyone know how to call out your Y2 using your graphic calculator? Then you put in between 0 and 1. Choose a value. Okay, 0.1, up to you. Then you press enter. Do you get positive or negative? You got negative value. Am I right? So you put negative here. Then for region B, you call out your Y2 again. You don't have to call out. You can just put second enter. Then you change the value of X. Okay, whatever in the bracket, you change it to 2, 3, 4, 5, up to you. Whichever number you want to put. So you got positive value, am I right? So positive. So now based on this sign diagram, then I can talk about the interval. So for this region, the rate is negative, means the function is decreasing. So therefore, I say when x is greater than 0 or less than or equal to 1, y equal to fx is decreasing. For x greater than or equal to 1, y equal to fx is increasing. So that is how you do using calculus. Are you clear? You differentiate AD, you get the point, you draw the sign diagram, and you get the answer. But if the question didn't say using calculus, what can I do? Okay. I want to do this solely with my GC. Can I get into that? Anyone in the class, you log in to Zoom? One person. Okay. Anyone haven't key in your attendance? Anyone haven't key in your attendance, please? I only have 25 here. You please key in your attendance. Anyone haven't key in your attendance, please key in your attendance, please. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to use your graphic calculator straight away. Okay, so for part K, if you just use your GC, because the question just asks you to determine the interval whether it's increasing or decreasing, correct? So I just want to solely use my GC. So I got the function fx equal to x minus 2 root x. So the domain we know. So when you want to use your GC, domain is very important. And x must be greater than or equal to 0, correct? Okay, so what you can do is, you go to your GC, you key in the function ID. You key in the function ID. So you go to window. Everyone go to window. So what should you put for your x minimum? What should you put for your x minimum? Look at here. Suggest a value, please. Definitely 0. Okay, your x maximum is up to you, your choice. Try not to be too small because they're bound to have one turning point, correct? Just out. Okay. They may not have, I don't know, but they're bound to have usually. So what number you want to put? 10. Then after this, what must you do? Which button must you use? Zoom. Which one you select? Zoom fit. 0. Is that 0? Zoom fit. So you wait for a while, the graph will come out. Yeah? So the graph will come out some sort like this. Am I right? If you can't see obviously, then you change your window again. Then you go to graph again. Okay, so what you can do is, you look. The graph is divided into 2 parts. It's all the while convex. Okay, I will do something to this one after this. Okay, I will set another question. Okay. So this is your y equal to fx. Yep. Okay, so what you need to do is you count the coordinate of this turning point. Can you please go to your GC and get the coordinates of this turning point? And tell me what is the coordinate of the turning point? One and negative one. Okay, 1 and negative 1. So 1 is here. All right. So you look in this interval, your fx graph is going down. So you also can get from there. And this interval onward, fx is going up. See or not? You also can get it from that one. Okay, now, if for this question, okay, they ask further, they ask that, okay, extra question from here. They ask question like this, show that y equal to fx is always concave up. How are you going to do this? From you cannot say the graph says so, okay? So what to do with this? Yeah, correct. You are supposed to look for your f double prime x. You must show that your f double prime x is always positive. Are you clear? So we know that our fx, okay, just now in front I have my f prime x is equal to 1 minus x to the power negative half. Am I right? After I simplify it. So my f double prime x will be 0 minus negative half x to the power of negative half. Why are you still looking at the graphic calculator? You're supposed to look at the board. I'm talking about another thing. X to the power of negative 3/2. All right, so negative times negative, I will get positive. So it will be 1/2 square root of x cubed. Am I right? Okay, so now we start to show for x greater than or equal to 0. X to the power of 3/2 always greater than 0. Am I right? So therefore, my f double prime x, which is a positive divided by a positive, will give me positive, correct? So you show. So you say the value of f double prime x is always greater than 0. Therefore, the curve is always concave up. That is how you show. Are you okay? So bear in mind, in your exam, I can ask you to do question like that. Okay? So should I explain part L, or you should try it by yourself? Try it by yourself, Okay, any other further question? So part L, I let you try by yourself. So in part L, do you have difficulty in differentiation? No, you can get correct. So that is how you go about it. Okay. If you do manually by calculus, you can't get correct. You try to use your graph. Then after that, you go back and check where you get wrong with your manual calculation. Yeah. So for part, okay, just let me go through. For part L, correct? 3L, the function is fx is equal to x cubed ln x. Okay. To do this, correct, sometimes the calculator can fool you because of the domain x must be greater than 0. Okay, so if you go to window, okay, everyone, you may want to try. If you go to window, if you put your x minimum as 0, correct, when you get your graph correct, your graph will not touch 0. It will go it will not touch 0. So you will get a curve like that. It will not touch 0. So it will be a circle when you plot the graph. It will be a circle and the graph will go like that. So if you put your x equal to 0, it won't be 0. So you have to, when you sketch a graph, right, at the 0, then you must put a circle to tell the examiner that in this graph, 0 is not part of the domain. Like for example, this graph, right? Yeah, you see, I didn't put a circle. Okay, if you put a circle, that means x cannot take that point. The point is undefined for this function on the graph. You get me? So that is the part. So you must put a 0 there and you go like that. Do you get a graph like that? So this is the function y equal to x cubed ln x. So you look for the turning point, then you will know whether it's increasing or decreasing. Yeah. You may want to try now. See whether you can get the answer and check the answer. This graph, there are special characteristic, special feature. There is one inflection point, one turning point. So if you keep changing this, okay, so you should get a graph that looks some sort like this. Not this value, then you go like that. Then after that, you go like this. Do you realize that? So this is concave down, this is concave up after this point. So do you know how to get the coordinates of that point? Hello, do you know how to get the coordinates of that point? Okay. If you want to get the coordinates of inflection point, you want to get the coordinate of inflection point of y equal to fx. What you need to do, you need to sketch the graph of y equal to f prime x. Okay, because we know this fact, listen here, very important. The coordinates, the x coordinate of turning point of y equal to f prime x is the x coordinate of the inflection point of y equal to fx. Because to get the inflection point, of y equal to fx, we must do f double prime x equal to 0, correct? So to get the x coordinate of the turning point of f prime x, that means we must get d dx of f prime x equal to 0, correct? Isn't these two things the same? So you can try to sketch the graph of f prime x. Then you will be able to get the inflection point here. Everyone, please try. I also try now. So you have to wait for some time. You have to play around with it and you have to wait for some time. So now your window, you should know what to put, correct? Because just now you know the turning point already. Just play around with it. You just have to try, huh? Those online, do you get it? Okay, sometime the question under application, they will ask you to draw both graphs on the same axis. Yep. So that is how it works. Okay. If you have any issue with your graphic calculator, I will go to you and help you out. If not, you please complete your other work. Are you okay? So please, you only know the x coordinate from the turning point of f prime x. Okay? Of inflection point of fx.